Amazing. That was 1 year ago today. Shohei Ohtani joins the 40-40 club with a walk-off grand slam. Then a month later, he would go on to become the founding member of the 50-50 club. He won a World Series last year. He joined the Dodgers starting rotation again. Jerry, this season has a chance to become only the second player ever, or since 1949, I should say, to score 150 runs in a season. And it's only year 2 of 10.
That's amazing what he's done in his career, and especially this little short Dodger career in his prime. And we say it all the time. He is the best athlete on the planet right now. Not only the best baseball player, the best athlete. He can do so many elite things. For him to start the 50-50 club when it's 50 homers, 50 stolen bases, Albert Bell, I see him every once in a while in the offseason. He was also a 50-50 guy as well, 50 homers, 50 doubles. For him to do so many great things, Albert, I know you're listening, it's so fun to see. You would think him being a Dodger his first year, he may have a little up and down, getting used to a new environment. No, he hit the ground running, exceeded expectations, and also won a World Series.
You know, it was interesting last year when we were watching this go on, and we were talking about, like, can he get to 40-40? You know, we're like, man, will he be able to reach? And we're like, yeah. And then we were going, well, even before that, the question was like 50-50 prior to him going 40-40. And then when he was creeping up to 40-40, you know, even before he actually reached it, we're like, no, we're looking at 50-50 now because he got to 40-40 so quick. And, man, lo and behold, he got it. We were in like 60-60. I mean, wow. It was
just a conversation.
I know, it was an incredible year.
All right, well, Mookie Betts is making some memories of his own for the Dodgers faithful. Down the road in San Diego, of course, he will be in the lineup tonight, starting at shortstop and batting second. It's game 2 of 3 from Petco Park coming up at 5:30. Time to call your shot, brought to you by your Toyota dealers. Nomar, you nailed it with Alex Friedland's first Major League home run last night, so you have the honors once again today.
You know, we were talking about when your offense is stifled the way it was in last night's game, where you need to get off to a good start in today's game, get them going, and you know who does that? Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani needs to get them going and early.
I love that call shot. I'm going with a guy, I'm going to go out on a limb, John, a guy that has seen him before. Fab Five Freddy, another big night. I like this.
Against Nestor Cortez?
Yes, John.
Yeah.
Yes.
Has he ever done anything against?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm going to take a guy that's got a nice little hitting streak going right now, a modest hitting streak. Mookie Betts is going to have a big day for the Dodgers there in San Diego against the Show Pods. All right, so 10 different Dodgers have recorded a save so far this season, none more than this man right here, Tanner Scott. He leads the team with 19 saves. And right now, he's with David Vassay for our Dodger Voice, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Well, it's great to be with Dodger closer Tanner Scott back in San Diego wearing Dodger blue. He's activated. He's ready, just waiting for that opportunity. Thanks a lot for the time. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I know you get nervous around me, so just act natural.
I'm so nervous around you. It's insane.
It's been a long road back in some ways, right? To get back here, get healthy, and be available.
Yeah, it was a month. I wish it was like 3 days, but it turned out to be a month, and you got to trust the process, and no, I feel good.
When you're out that long and you're, number one, trying to get healthy, but after you get healthy, what are you trying to do?
Put our team in a good spot to win and just go out there and pitch and get outs. I mean, it's terrible watching the team when you can't play for a month and you just want to be out there, and it feels good to be back.
Dave said yesterday that not only did you get healthy, but you may have tweaked some things mechanically. Did it help you kind of reset or fix whatever you needed to fix, considering relievers don't have the luxury of that time?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you get that time to really work on stuff, and I mean, how it happened, it was definitely probably a flaw in my mechanics that we cleaned up, and I noticed on some video, and it's been great ever since.
Do you feel like you belong now with the Dodgers? Do you feel comfortable coming to a new team? I'm sure there's that transition period.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I felt comfortable day one walking in. Everyone was great. I mean, I saw Mookie, and he was like, welcome to the family, and that was pretty cool. But no, it feels good.
What did Shohei tell you when you first came?
Hey, how's it going? I mean, he's a nice guy. I mean, simple.
Hey, being back here at Petco Park wearing this uniform, what's it like? What flashes through your mind being part of that side of the rivalry and now being on this side?
I got called traitor trader last night, but I mean, how can I be a trader? I got traded over here, and I was only here 2 months. No, it's baseball. I mean, whoever's on the other side's the enemy. So I mean, you're just trying to win. I mean, it's every day you're trying to win and put your team in a good spot to be in the playoffs and win the whole thing.
Are you saying some surfer dude fan out there called you a traitor, or are you saying one of the guys wearing the brown and orange did?
I think his name was Dave or something like that. I'm just joking.
Surfer Dave?
No, it was just some fan. He gets called traitor, and it's like, okay.
How would you rank this bullpen compared to the other hostile environments?
This is probably the coolest atmosphere to play in, just because the fans are always in it. I mean, they're big games, but I would say Philly's a good one to play in too, because they get wild.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Oh yeah,
they throw things.
They throw things, talk a lot of crap, and it is what it is.
When you're in the bullpen and you're watching the game unfold, the electricity in this stadium, I'm sure, doesn't get lost on you guys.
No, I mean, the fans. Anytime we're playing the Padres, everyone's into it, and it's exciting.
When you get with that bullpen, it seems like it's a team within a team. Is that a fair way?
Small family inside of a big family.
Yeah,
that's what I always say. I mean, yeah, you're close with everyone on the team, but you're closest with the guys down in the bullpen.
How about the games that you guys played down there? I heard the home run games. I know Jonathan Erb, your trainer, caught an Ohtani.
Our trainers are winning it right now, unfortunately. But I got to make a push. 30 days didn't help me on the IL, so I got to get my name back up there.
Are you anxious to get into the game tonight?
Oh, for sure. I'm always anxious.
Did Dave say you're the closer?
I have no clue. I just want whenever the phone rings.
What, you expect your name to be called?
Whenever.
All right. Sounds good. Do you want to show off that beautiful bald head again?
Nope, that's you. You want to do it?
No, this is great lettuce. No, come on, you know that, ain't it? Damn. Tanner Scott, always giving it to me.
Hopefully he will get a save opportunity tonight. Jerry, the birthday boy, Tyler Glasnow, is on the clock, and you probably are as well. Tyson Bagent, is he still out there?
He is
your guy?
still out there as my guy, but yeah. Caleb Williams may be a pick down the stretch.
I don't know. Tyler Glasnow about to take them out against the Padres. Dodgers looking to get back on top in the National League West.
I saw where Shohei Ohtani's odds to win the MVP. This is as of this morning, according to DraftKings. Minus 20,000. Like it's already his. Kyle Schwarber is next at plus 1,300. Just to give you a reference point, Aaron Judge to win the MVP is minus 170. Cal Raleigh is right there at plus 110. So he does have a chance. And I thought Schwarber, given what he's done for a playoff team, he would be a lot closer than minus 20,000 for Ohtani to win. Kyle Schwarber plus 1,300. But Ohtani is, you got Schwarber hitting home runs. Now, I'll go to the Cal Raleigh, Aaron Judge. That situation's a whole lot different, I think, because if you start to look at this, Judge leads all of baseball, batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage. Now, he's had a little bit of dip in productivity here. You have Cal Raleigh hitting 252. I don't think we've had an MVP, a non-pitching, because I got to include Ohtani in that. When he won an MVP, his batting average was, I think, 262. But I think Roger Maris in 1961 batted 267. That's the lowest batting average for an MVP. Cal Raleigh's at 253. He is on-base percentage. He's 12th. Second in slugging percentage, second in OPS. I think he would have to hit more home runs than Aaron Judge hit when he hit 62. That'd be the only chance. Oh, here's the number. Ohtani hit 257 with 46 homers in 2021. His ERA was 3.18. But if you're looking at a non-pitcher, then that goes back to Roger Maris in 1961. I think he hit 367. Yes, Paul?
If you assume that Ohtani is going to win the NL MVP this year, he will have won 4 of the last 5. The only year he didn't win it was 2022. He finished second to Aaron Judge. He was in the AL back then. But he's that close to winning 5 in a row, which no one's done. Bonds won 3 of 4 in Pittsburgh. Then he won 4 straight in San Francisco.
If Ohtani was still in the American League and put up these numbers, would he be the runaway MVP over Aaron Judge? I'm surprised. Now, we look at Kyle Schwarber and we go, he does one thing, he hits home runs. He gets on base, on base percentage, but I didn't think there would be that much separation. That's really remarkable. But he's going to win another MVP.
Well, for the second game in a row, the Dodgers' only offense is a solo home run from Alex Freeland, and for the second night in a row, they fall to the Padres, now down in the second.
Yeah, it goes without saying they're going to have to hit better tomorrow, but I think the other thing, Yamamoto has got to avoid the walks. The walks have been hurting him in this close game. You play every facet of the game in a tight way as far as your offense. You're not getting many hits, but when you start walking people on the mound on the defensive side, you're giving too many opportunities to the other team.
Yu Darvish had been struggling, shut him down. Nestor Cortez only made 3 starts off of the injured list, hasn't been great. Tomorrow's the guy that was going to be the toughest of the bunch, and Nick Pivetta.
Well, we've seen that what's going on paper doesn't happen in reality, so let's hope the Dodgers flip the script.
All right, Pivetta for the Padres, as you said. Yamamoto for the Dodgers. 1:10. They play the final regular season time.
Tyler, it seemed the first 3 innings you had a good feel for your curveball, fastball. What happened in the 4th inning?
I just kind of lost feel. Just timing and release point and stuff was just, I feel like if I got on it today at all, like really tried to get it, I think my sprays just kind of went everywhere. So just kind of timing or something just kind of felt off.
Was working behind in the count a factor too? Even in the first 3 innings, not a lot of first pitch strikes.
Yeah, I think like this year, despite I feel like I haven't really been doing a good job of getting ahead and like getting strike 2. I think that's probably something I've done a lot better in the past, and I just think this year, especially the last few, it's just been tough for me to get ahead.
You're saying trying to get it, just like trying to kind of let it rip, and then also have
I think just like using like normal amount of effort, and it just kind of like I want to throw it, release point feels off. It's just kind of one of those days where stuff just felt off.
How much did the rise at bat, extended at bat, kind of a bleed over?
I don't know. I think like that inning, it felt a little kind of wonky, and then I don't know if that was the at bat specifically. I think I felt pretty good on that. He put a good at bat together, and then the next inning just it was trouble for me trying to get ahead and throw strikes.
Do you guys have the sweep last weekend and get back in first place? To have the way this week's gone, like how frustrating has this been to turn around and be back in second now?
Yeah, I mean it's not the plan. I think just it's been pretty rough recently, and we're just going to try and get back out there and start winning some games.
Do you have to feel like you have to be perfect at times, especially with how good they've been kind of throwing the ball on the other side there?
Say it one time.
Do you feel like you kind of have to be perfect sometimes on the mound, especially with how good that pen is, and once they grab a lead, like how much each run kind of matters against that team?
The bullpen for them is definitely a factor. I feel like they got like a lot. It's hard to score runs on them for sure, but I don't think necessarily being perfect. I think it's just go out, play baseball, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Dave, we just talked to Will Smith and Miguel Rojas. They both agreed that you guys have to be better at making in-game adjustments.
Yeah, I agree with what they're saying, and I think it's sort of, this time of the season, it's not about the mechanics, your swing. It's about how can I help the team win, and find a way to move the line forward, get hits, spoil pitches, compete, and there's a different level of trying. I think everyone's trying, but I think that just the next level of going with whatever swing you have that particular night and fighting and willing yourself to get some hits, get on base, create innings, and score runs. It's not a lack of talent. It's certainly not a lack of try, but we got to do more, and that's sort of what I see. So I agree with what those guys said, and there's a point in the season where you're kind of trying to find your swing, and we're at the end of August, and it's just about getting the job done, and finding a way to find some production. And might look ugly, but we got a kid who comes up and he's responsible for 2 of our runs in this series, so it's and this is just fight and hunger from a young kid who's trying to stick, so, you look at the talent in our room and now obviously we've lost the first 2 here. Pavetta's had a nice year, but, regardless of, what the game plan is, and they have game plans as well, right? And so there is a situation, like the guy said, you do got to read and react, and you got to kind of understand what's happening in a ball game and make your adjustments.
Is that, Miggy was saying he felt like maybe too big of swings, especially like tonight when Nestor's pitching you guys away, not just kind of taking what he's given. Like, is that kind of what you're hitting on, is guys trying but maybe not, putting together the kind of at-bats that, especially when you're in a run like this, can
Absolutely.
kind of manufacture something?
Absolutely. You saw last night with Manny, guy in scoring position, he shortens up and lines the ball to center field, and Laureano tonight shortens up and he's a Deadpool guy and blocked the ball the other way to drive in a couple runs, and just finding ways to create offense. And those guys are good, pitchers are good, and so you have to, again, take what the pitcher gives you and try to create something. And you can't always go for that big swing, and you got to kind of shorten up. And yeah, I mean, we have it in there, we do it at times, but just collectively, I just don't see us doing that, collectively. And there's certain guys that are doing it, but the time of trying to find your swing or your mechanics, that all that stuff has got to take place in the cage.
Are you surprised or disappointed that you guys are in a place like that right now? Is that something that can tend to happen over the course of a season? And how do you kind of get the lineup as a whole more in that place that you're talking about?
We're going to get there. Definitely not a disappointment. It's just more of a surprise, I guess, in the sense that, we've won. A lot of guys in this room have won. The pitching's been good. The defense has been good. And so now it's just kind of getting the guys that have played important ball games and to kind of wrap their head around, helping the ball club. And, your stats are your stats, and, you got to kind of just isolate, that particular game. And, again, whatever you have that night, you got to go with it. And I think good things will happen.
How does that tone get set? Is that something that has to be verbalized, or is that something that, like you mentioned, enough of those guys have kind of been in those October battles to understand what it's going to take? Tonight I heard some good things from our guys and along those lines. So that's a good sign. So there's conversations that are had, but at the end of the day is once you get in that batter's box, you got to be able to, again, see it, try to put really good at bats together, and if they're nibbling, you got to kind of be able to take the base and take your walks. And tonight I think we gave up 5 walks, and so we just got to do a better job of having team offense. Hearing those conversations after the game, just sort of walking through there.
Yeah, just guys are talking about it. Talk to hitting coaches, and so there's some players are saying the right things, and it's going to change. It'll change.
What do you think of Tyler's start after cruising those first couple innings? Then the walks started to pile up a little bit.
Yeah, it was. I think that we haven't seen that one in a while, in the sense of he started off well. I thought he was great, and then the 4 walks tonight, and I think the hit batsman. So, if you're given 90 feet, all it takes is a knock. It wasn't like they were kind of cutting him to death with the base hits or slug, and it was kind of self-inflicted. So there were some close pitches that we missed, but his stuff was really good tonight.
I feel that the message about where you need to be as a team and as an offense is something that can spread on its own, or does there need to be more of like a formal?
It's. I think the conversations. I'm expecting some things to change soon because of the conversation. So
it's certainly not a team meeting situation because there's not a lot of people that are, in this conversation. But again, we have the guys. They've done it before, and it's just a reminder. Let's just get back to, being who we are and doing those little things and scratching and clawing and finding ways and again willing yourself, your team, your offense to. Score some runs. And I do believe that, that kind of desire will manifest itself. I do.
It's surprising that coming off last weekend, this week, that mentality, whatever you want to call it, hasn't carried forward.
Yeah, but if you look at last week, even there were some things that self-inflicted on those guys' parts that we got gifted some things too. So, the result was great, but kind of under the hood, offensively, I still think that there's some things that, we can get better at.